Welcome back to Homethyme Holdings, where we're going to have a look at a bed that we started to prepare earlier in the year for growing potatoes next year. What we've done here is we've put some horse muck underneath some black plastic on the bed, and we're going to wait until the springtime before we lift this off, and hopefully that will have killed off all the weeds and helped the muck to start to break down into the soil. Now what we've got to do is we're going to go into the house and we're going to have a little look at a potato, and we're going to talk about everything related to potatoes. Welcome back, and we're in the house right now and we're going to talk about potatoes. So what I've got with me is a potato and a cup of coffee. Right, how is this? You have just seen the bed that we started to prepare a few weeks ago, ready for the potatoes in the new season. Grow your soil, the plants will grow themselves. Underneath that sheet of plastic is a mass of horse muck. Now, a lot of people will say don't use horse muck in the garden because there's the seeds that you import with the muck. However, if you are clever about it, which I hope we are, we can process that muck and kill off those seeds. Now, really and truthfully, the seeds are only there because a horse is not a ruminant, all right? But with a lot of ruminants, they actually extract a lot of the stuff that we want in the garden as energy to supply their body. A horse, on the other hand, eats more and passes more through it. That's why you get big heaps of horse milk. Now, round here, there are a lot of people who ride horses, but not so many people who choose to ride cows or pigs or the like. Right? So I have horse muck. The first way of reducing the amount of seeds, in fact virtually killing off all the seeds in that horse muck, is to pass it through your hot compost heap, as I described in a previous video. Now, another way of doing it is what we're doing on the potato bed. You lay it out on the ground, you cover it with plastic, and you leave it alone. That is that easy. What actually is happening underneath there is the black plastic. Black absorbs heat, that warms the soil a little bit, warms the muck up. All the seeds think, oh lovely, that's springtime, we're going to germinate. They germinate, they push up, and then they realise there's no sunlight. No sunlight, no plants. So they die off. Not a bad thing, because that's more things going into your garden, alright, that are going to do your garden some good. Now, what we have to think about is how long we're going to leave it on there. Well, the answer is you cover your soil as much as you can, whether that's a cover crop, i.e. green manure, or black plastic. Now, that black plastic that I've got costs very little to buy. It is actually manufactured for the damp-proof coursing under house floors. Buy it in a roll, 40 quid, off the internet. You've got meters and meters of it to play with. Cut it to the width of your bed, use it time after time after time, and that makes you feel a little less guilty about the fact that there's plastic, because I don't really like plastic in the garden. Now, getting back to the potato. With potatoes, in the springtime, everybody's eager to get them chitting, and that's a good thing. Let's chit some potatoes and they will start to sprout. Now, I'm going to tell you something that a lot of gardeners and a lot of people with a lot more experience than you and me don't even know, and that is the soil temperature before a potato will start to grow is 7 degrees. 7 degrees centigrade, your soil temperature needs to be, so get yourself a soil thermometer, and when your potatoes are chitting, start to take that temperature. There's no point in putting a potato in the ground until the soil is 7 degrees centigrade. Once it's got that way, dig your trench out, put some nice compost in the bottom, set your potatoes in the right way up, cover them over, and they will grow. Now, there is a lot of people who will tell you you need specific fertilisers to grow potatoes, and to grow them commercially and to get them all off the field at the right time. That is most likely correct. But a much kinder way and a more old-fashioned way of doing it is to get some muck into the soil, get some compost into the soil, get some good structure in there, and your potatoes will do very, very well. Right, that's the end of it for today, and I will see you again next time. And thank you very much for listening to me talk about potatoes. Oh, and that gives me another idea. Today for me is Wednesday. I don't know what day you're watching this on, so that could be any day. So what I thought was, we're going to start a little series of short information programs, and I'm going to call it What Seed Wednesday. And the thing with What Seed Wednesday is, we'll think of something like the potato or the pea or a bean or anything that you want. You suggest things, and I will, if necessary, do some research or just impart you with the things that I already know so that you can move forward in your gardening adventure. Right, I'll see you next time.